Hello, everybody. This is Eric and Rick from A Wider Range of Conversations. Do you want to be a podcaster?
Do you think you're funny? Do you want to reach hundreds of listeners? Do you have a microphone or a cell phone?
Who doesn't have a cell phone? I mean, come on. Spotify for Podcasters can help you. Do you got a story to tell? A mystery to solve? Well, Spotify for Podcasters can help you, and it's free.
You can also unlock listener support at the very beginning of your podcast, so you can get cash at the very beginning of your episode.
Bling, bling, dollar, dollar.
Yeah, and if we can do it, you can too.
Check out podcasters.spotify.com.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
Welcome, everyone, to a wide range of conversations with Rick and Eric.
Still haven't gotten mine. That was back in May. So I'm just rolling, hope. I have insurance, so I mean, if I can pull over, I'll just be like, oh, damn. I'll just act dumb and hope I don't get beat up.
Mark sent me money for my birthday on Venmo. He was the only one that did it.
Ah, damn.
Stares at the internet.
All right. We're starting off spiteful. We chose violence today, apparently.
Yeah. I woke up today and I'm like, you know what? My feet aren't high enough. And then Creed started playing.
I saw something that they're officially back.
Shut up.
I swear to God, I saw it was either on Facebook or on Instagram. They were
Is that
like,
a real thing?
Yeah, they're like coming back.
Creed?
Yeah, the band Creed.
Yeah.
Can you take it? Yeah.
Are they... What? Is it just going to be the big Jesus fish that they have in the background? A big pyro Jesus fish?
I'm pretty sure he went through like a bunch of shit
Did he?
with like drugs and shit.
This is going to require some... Next episode's going to be what happened to Creed. Like a VH1 behind the music, but just with us.
Right.
It's just going to be like, oh man, that guy sucked. And then he kind of did some stupid shit. And then look at him now. People still think that that was like a place in... they had a moment in time. And I just still don't feel that way. I feel
What?
like they were everywhere. But that doesn't mean you're good.
They had a couple jams.
I don't know. Come on.
I only can think of two. The two that were on the radio, but there's another one that like
Higher is not a jam. And I'll die on that hill.
I don't know.
But that's kind of everything at that moment in time. And it was like you just kind of sound like you're taking a shit, but at the same time with like an accent. And that was it.
I always said everybody sounded like they had like a mouthful of food.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, Eric, we're going to record a podcast.
All right, well, welcome everyone to episode number I don't remember.
This is 9, I think, isn't it?
Is it?
It's 8 or 9. I can never remember.
I had to look it up. I think
We're the world's worst people. We get simple numbers.
Yeah. But we're back in Amityville Studios. Still don't have a sign because nobody sent Rick any Venmo money, apparently. He just informed me, so.
Yeah.
Now
So
we can't have a sign, so thanks a lot, people.
Shout out Mark. I'm going to open up our
How much did he send you, though? Just $1?
$5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he paid for my lunch, too.
Oh, right on.
On my actual birthday.
Right on.
So
He said he's never been to fucking Chen's. And
Oh, it was a religious experience.
how's
for
he
him.
never been there before?
I don't know. He says he's like, oh, if I'm gonna go to Saginaw, I'm gonna go to Golden Corral. That's the best buffet. And I'm like, hold up, I'm gonna let you finish, but
I mean, that's up there.
no, it's not.
I don't know.
Chen's is better than Golden Corral.
It's different food, though.
Well, it's kind of like
Chen's doesn't have a chocolate fountain.
There's a chocolate fountain there.
Yeah.
You don't need the chocolate fountain. But you should have. The funny thing with him, because he's never been to like a hibachi grill before.
Yeah.
So instead of crafting meticulously your perfect slate of food, he was just like, oh yeah, I'm getting frozen shrimp and chicken and beef, and then just put stuff on top of it. And I'm like, that's a lot of stuff. Like, it could be good, but then he saw me like,
Isn't that how he got gout before? Was from shrimp
maybe
or some shit?
if he gets it now, I'm gonna be like, listen,
He had his he keeps his medicine in case he has a flare up.
I'm surprised they gave him so much of it. For me, when I had my flare up, they're just like, here's 5 pills, figure it out, bro.
Right.
And it was like $15.
Oh damn.
I'm like, what the shit? Why they gotta keep me down?
Because you're gay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because you're black, but that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
The other
Listen,
one,
I've already gotten called racist enough in the past 24 hours. Okay.
Oh yeah, you said you started watching Boondocks.
Yeah. So
I can't believe you've never seen that show either.
So it was a weird thing. You know how when it's kind of, you do the same thing I do when people are like, "This is the best show ever made. Watch this show,"
And then you just don't.
and I'm like,
yeah,
you can't tell me what to watch." But no, he put out, my friend Caleb put out, from Horror Soup, shout out, put out a poll like if you thought Boondocks was funny or not, and I'm like, well, no, but I haven't really seen it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's it, you're racist until you see it." And I'm like, I feel like that's not how this works, but I watched the first episode after their live show yesterday, and in the first line of the movie or the show is just Jesus was black and Ronald Reagan is the devil. And I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg's on there for a voice somewhere. The dad from the Friday movies, R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
He's in there as a voice. There's a whole bunch of people in that. Cat Williams, there's a whole bunch of fucking people in there.
The only white guy I've noticed so far is Adam West.
Oh.
And I love every second of it so far. Like, the R. Kelly episode is incredible.
Yeah.
And what did I leave off with? Oh, the grandpa just wanted a flat-butted white girl. And I'm like, some people probably can relate to that. Let us know if you are. I'm going to put that in the description now. I'm going to put that in a poll if you just want a flat-butted white girl.
Who wants that?
Grandpa, apparently.
Oh. I mean, I guess if she can lay across your waist and you just use her as a dinner tray.
We're eating sushi off of her.
No, just put your dinner tray there. Remember the old dinner trays they used to sell that were actually had designs on them with the little metal legs? It was like when TV dinners were first starting to come out and shit. And you could sit there,
They had like the weird air quotes. I'm doing air quotes. Gold finish on them sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I used 7 Ninja Turtles one.
That's dope. Well, I was just seeing that kind of stuff's coming back.
Everything's coming back.
Which is fine.
I sold old Jinko jeans to fucking Dom for more than what I paid for.
Seriously?
Yeah.
People still want those?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I guess they were very of the time, but Jinko jeans were not comfortable.
When they got wet, no. And they always got wet on the bottom.
Yep.
Because they always drug on the bottom and shit.
Yep. And then you trip on them.
Oh. I don't ever have the problem. I don't think I ever really tripped on them. It was just always fucking dragging and they get wet. But yeah, there was some still in my mom's basement. There's like 2 or 3 pair. I fucking sold them to him for like triple of what I fucking paid for them.
Oh, yeah. What I miss the most are those, I don't know what they were, but those pants you would get from Hot Topic. They had all the zippers and shit on them.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They were kind of like sweatpants, but not really. They kind of doubled as pants.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I wore those to wear those all the time.
They were great. Trips.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yes. My budding emo goth self always wore those.
I had a few pair because I had the ones with the bondage straps that strapped across the back of the legs.
Yep.
And then my wrestling shorts are a pair of those, the pleather ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those were that brand also.
That's even better.
But yeah, your birthday happened. How did that go?
It was pretty good. When you turn my age that we will not disclose.
26.
Yes. How many anniversaries of my 26th birthday is it now? But
2.
That's what people tell me. I'm like, it's moisturizer. Thank you. Yeah, we went to Koi's Comics. Shout out Koi's Comics. Which I got to take you there if you haven't been.
I wanted to go.
We should just go. Like, the next time you get a day off.
Yeah.
Now that I have a car that I'm not worried about dying at any point.
Right on.
That's how you know you're poor. It's like a mini holiday when one of your friends gets a car. You're like, bro, I can make it more than an hour away.
Right. I don't know. Some of the shit I see come through my work, I see some busted ass vehicles come through, and they're like, "I was here to get my oil checked. About to head to Florida." I'm like, "Excuse me." Like, my car is in better shape because it's been rebuilt, but I'm just nervous because I'm always had car trouble. But like, I would trust my car more than I would trust half of your door is held on with duct tape right now,
Oh,
and
no.
like you're about to just roll out to Florida. Yeah, we're headed to Disney. Like,
Not with that, you mean.
I hope somebody grants you a wish for a new fucking vehicle.
Something.
But yeah, it was
Maybe this is like Grand Theft Auto, and they're just gonna pick another one up on the way.
just smashing at somebody. All hop out. Jimmy, grab your clothes. Grab the bag. Don't forget the cooler.
This is ours now.
And then just take off.
If you do it in Ohio, I mean, you're doing the car a favor
Why?
because it's Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
So, I got to hang out with my friend who lives in Ohio now, and we always bust your balls because we're like, hey, you got to move back up here, and they're like, just the cost of living and things like that. So, apparently, it's more expensive to live here in Michigan than it is to live in Ohio, which makes sense
Yeah.
because everyone's like, ooh, Ohio. Remember that train derailment? And we don't either. Look into this light. But anyway, yeah, she was down there and she sent me this picture. Hang on. I don't know if I sent
It's
this
funny
to
that
you.
we're talking about Ohio because literally I just edited Eddie and his brother-in-law's podcast and they were talking about hating Ohio. Like,
I don't-
something.
I don't hate Ohio for the same reasons, though. But I'm stalling. I'm vamping just so I can show you this picture that she sent me.
The fuck is it?
That
Is it
is
a uterus?
Yeah, that is an unborn fetus with a heart that is broken, and it says something along the lines before that of like not having an abortion.
Oh. I thought it was like a black and white uterus, like child with like
But they painted it on their barn themselves.
yeah. It literally looks like a black child uterus and a white child uterus and a Michael Jackson song should be playing in the background.
Ew.
Like not in the cringe way like that.
Oh,
but
okay.
Fucking
Like, hold me
yes.
again. Can we just default going
Everyone-
constantly to Shamu the Shamu song,
the Free Willy fucking track.
or like black or white?
Yeah. Or it's like the beginning of a meme of like, she went out with her girls the other night 9 months ago. And let's see which way it's going to come out.
Is this the beginning of the one of those grimace shake?
It was like the thing I sent in group chat. It was a picture of the lady laying on her side. It was like the best gift a person could ever, or a husband could ever get. And you can see through the pregnant belly, and it's a little black baby, and they're like both a white couple.
Oops.
It's like the best surprise a husband could ever get.
It's all gonna come back to Rectuma for me. I gotta talk about black dicks so much, Eric.
That lady was obsessed.
It's incredible.
But yeah,
Oh, we watched movies too for my
Yeah.
birthday.
that's why I was leading that. I was taking that segment in there.
Look what we did. We went on a 20-minute delay there. Derailment?
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, pop, and alcoholic beverages. It's movie time with Rick and Eric.
So yeah, we watched movies. We actually watched two.
Yeah.
I made you sick through Sharknado.
Yeah, I really wanted to skip right to Sharknado 11. It's just about time, but you wouldn't let me do it.
Because they actually have people that carry through and need to like.
Are you trying to think that? Are you trying to tell me that I wouldn't be able to figure out what they were doing?
I
That
don't know.
doesn't have a storyline to it. It's just. There was a weird cat noise.
She was looking the bag that you carried in.
She's like, I'm all to be famous.
But yeah, because the whole Tara Reid character goes through a whole bunch of different shit in all the
Tara
fucking
Reid.
movies, and the same thing with his kid, well, both of his kids,
Yeah.
and yeah, a whole bunch of shit.
Do they stick around? Or are they?
I think so. I've only seen all of them once, except for Sharknado. This is the second time I've seen it.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. I gave Sharknado a 1.5, and that's
Out of
okay.
5.
Yeah. It wasn't good, but I don't know how to explain this. I was trying to explain it to Alicia today when she was cutting my hair, and I'm like, so it's those movies that are so bad they're good. And then there's some movies that try to be good but are bad. And I don't know, but it's somewhere in the middle of that.
I think it's the fifth one. Or no, it was the trailer when I saw the very last one. It was like, finally the worst thing that ever happened comes to an end. So they purposely know they're...
But they're not... I don't know. Like, I've seen a lot of bad movies in my day, but at least they're funny.
Right.
And Sharknado wasn't super funny.
Home dude saved that dog and then lost his life with his bar stool.
Yeah.
And he beat a bunch of sharks with his bar stool.
I feel like it's better because we watched it. I think we have that. Like, if I watched that movie by myself, I'd be like, oh, bummer. This isn't very good.
Right.
But that together was great. But if I'm saying it's going to be better than... Like, I think I only rated Rectuma 2.5 stars. Or 2 stars. Rectuma's hilarious. I can't say that's better than Rectuma.
Yeah.
And then we watched Guns Akimbo
Yeah.
with Harry Potter. And I can never remember his real name. Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes.
That movie kicked ass. Like, I think I gave it a 3.5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he basically is an internet troll who trolls trolls and then talks shit to the wrong person. They come fucking drug his ass and attach guns to him. And then he's stuck in, like, the whole underweb fucking game of shooting people.
I think you undersold the when you said attached the gun to him.
They were bolted to his hands.
Yeah, it was a whole ass bolt, and, like, he couldn't move his hands. You can't see my hands. But, yeah, it was wild. And my first reaction, I think we talked about it on the podcast, was like, how does he piss? And I'm glad they added that in there.
Like,
don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get there, because we know that that's a problem. And I feel like he missed out on the easiest opportunity there. If you can get your pants off, or at least your dick out, just piss in the sink.
Yeah.
Or the tub.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it's either that or shoot your dick off. And
Right. Which I'm not really against that whole thing that they were doing.
Yeah.
Except because they were just using criminals and shit to shoot each other and kill each other while everybody watches, I think.
I feel like he was not a criminal, though.
No, but I mean, in real life, they should just do that.
I don't know.
But there should be, like, an island where, like, all the really bad people get sent and they have to, like, survive.
Then we're just making Australia 2 Electric Boogaloo.
What?
That's how Australia was formed.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm not shitting you.
They just sent people there?
I'm not shitting you. Like, so people in England, like the worst of the worst, were like, hey, we don't want to deal with these guys anymore. So
Yeah.
let's just take them to this. We know that there's this island over here, and there's like shit all on it.
They just left him?
Yeah. That's how Australia started.
I did not know that.
Look it up. Like, they literally taught you that.
And they just thrived.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, dingo. Cha.
So to be fair, I guess when everything's trying to kill you in Australia, and they're like, how do people survive there? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
their descendants had to do some shit.
I could never. I've seen the videos of those spiders that are fucking the size of your head and shit.
Yeah, I know. So big things like that wouldn't bother me so much. I don't like when they show the, like, spider alley. Have you ever seen that picture?
No.
Where it's like an entire encased car of spider web and there's like thousands of things on them, spiders.
Oh, yeah.
That's from Australia. They literally people have to call out of work for like a week because it's spider season there.
Oh, they have a spider season?
Yeah. Yeah.
This place,
And there's like the morbid curious part of me that's like, I kind of want to go. Like, to see how bad it really is.
I mean, we hate the hot. It's hot, fucking humid and hot there all the time.
Yeah.
It'd be the worst. That'd be the worst part. And then on top of it, you gotta fucking deal with, like, mosquitoes the size of the ones from Jumanji fucking chasing your ass
Yeah,
down.
that's true. And the tree that, like, if you get there's a little needle that pops out of it, it basically causes you to unalive yourself.
Oh, jeez.
Because it causes so much, like, pain. It causes your, like, nerves to constantly fire like you're in pain.
What the fuck?
And there's no way to cure it. I'm like, listen. All right. We get it. We're not supposed to go there, okay?
When nature's fucking
Yeah.
trying to fuck you up in all ways possible.
Yeah.
Do not go there, white people.
They do, and they did. But it's just kind of like a mini Florida. Well, it's like a large Florida. It's Florida on steroids.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff in Florida wants to kill you. Except there's this dude that I wish I got his @ I used to follow on TikTok. He's just like, oh, I'm just walking through the swamp here in Florida, and he's like, oh, look, a swamp puppy, and it's an alligator, and he's just like, boop, and bops him.
What the fuck?
And he's like, oh, look, this is this deadly snake, and he's like, boop, grabs him by the head, just yoinks him.
What the fuck? They have a, I don't know if it's necessarily a season or a thing that was happening. There's a person I know, her mom lives in Florida or used to live in Florida or was recently in Florida. Regardless, where it gets to the point where the temperature drops so low that the iguanas just start dropping from the fucking trees. They just like slip into a hibernation and whatever the fuck, and all of a sudden they'll just be like, shaboom, just fucking, yeah. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, all of a sudden you just hear boom, 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 and just, it'll be a couple of iguanas fucking fall from the trees, or the lizards and shit. I'm like, that's fucking terrifying. Just imagine driving and a fucking big ass iguana just drops on the hood of your car. I would fucking turn into an instant bitch so fast. Like, oh, what the fuck? Especially if you're not used to it. I would think it was end of days. Like, all of a sudden iguanas are just falling, and I'm like, what?
I don't know what it is about me, but like those, it reminds me of those fainting goats.
Yeah, that's
I can't handle how funny that is. It's just like,
yeah, that's how I pictured it. It's just them standing there and just slowly fading away, and then just all of a sudden, romp, just fucking off of a tree or wherever the fuck.
That's so funny to me.
I'm like, that'd be, yeah.
Can you just
Couldn't do it. Just imagine just sitting there. We're doing this right now. All of a sudden, boom, boom, outside. Like, what the fuck was that? Oh, it's just a couple of iguanas, man. We're good.
Shit, can you imagine, like, why has that not happened in a movie? Like, a shitty movie in Florida? Like, this couple...
The iguanas start falling and killing everyone.
This couple, I can picture it right now. Like, sitting there, there's a picnic, and they're just like, oh, Jim, oh, Nick, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, just... Iguana!
Flying shark!
And I didn't mean to hit the thing that loud. And I, like,
it worked. No,
Yeah.
we're good.
I saw the rock star do, like, jiggle, like, my titties when I'm trying to run.
No. The rock star is fine. But now I cannot get that image out of my brain.
I've been in the danger zone.
-5 stars.
Now it's time for Eric's Wrestling Corner.
You're shaking titties and my rock star can out of my head, so we had to...
Somebody has to.
We had to
Hey,
take a
we're
break.
double recording right now.
Yeah, I hit
'cause I'm still
record.
recording myself as this is happening. Guys, this will be like recording Inception. Maybe I'll leave it at the end of the TikTok. You can sync it up, and the end of the world will happen.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
But
I've
yeah.
had enough.
We just did a quick wrestling corner because we forgot about it, and I made Brick watch a bunch of Japanese dudes die,
And I made you listen to Hanson's
Oh, yeah.
2.0.
which wasn't terrible.
We have vastly different things that we like.
Well, it wasn't terrible. I just didn't know about it. But yeah. after the titty shake, I needed to go grab myself another drink and
I know.
and smoke a little bit more and try to erase my mind with Japanese dudes busting each other in the face with light bulb tubes
Listen.
or cutting themselves.
I have to show my tits constantly for views, man. What do you want?
You didn't do it on your stream.
I did. Oh, no, not live, no. Because they'll take me off Twitch.
Yeah.
They're worried about that.
Yeah, I told you when I was watching your thing that I was fucking Stony Baloney and your cursor would move, and I'm like, what the fuck is my cursor doing? I'm like,
Well,
son of a bitch.
It doesn't help that it's like the game I was playing is like your kids on this island and you can't get off and people are possessed and you can
Yeah.
save them with a little handheld radio sometimes.
Yeah.
And I suck at that game because I forgot how everything was and kept getting shit wrong, so people kept getting fucked up.
But yeah, and then I was sitting in front of the computer, then I shifted to the couch and was watching, and then I like fell asleep towards the end of it, but I could still hear what was going on. So then I was starting to have weird ass fucking dreams, so I could still hear everything. But yeah, it was And then I woke up like an hour later. And I'm like, what time is it? What the fuck?
Yeah.
It was one of those things. It was like, all right.
That was the nap I took today. Since I've been on vacation this week, I've been like a nap king
Yeah.
because I know it's not going to happen anymore once I get back to work, the grind on Monday.
Boo.
Definitely not having existential dread about it.
Right.
Like, I can just run off into the sunset. It'll be fine.
Right. But yeah, as none of that was wrestling talk. There was a whole bunch of dudes fucking busting each other up. Rick did another TikTok. It's kind of hard to describe these things because they're literally just doing insane shit on the light tubes and into light tubes. And one dude literally busted a light tube over his knee and cut himself across the chest.
Yeah, I stared at the screen for a good 5 seconds when that dude jumped off of... It's like above the top rope. Probably another top rope on top of the top rope. We just did a double knee stomp like right on that dude's chest. Or his ribs.
Oh, yeah. He was fucked.
Yeah. And then they got back up afterwards like, oh, this is fine. No, it's not fine.
No.
You've either A, shit yourself or broke a rib. Maybe both. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Which is funny because you're talking about how they were trying to make that an anime. But
What? How they
wrestlers,
cheer?
Yeah.
There is a wrestling anime.
Yeah. I forget
Now I'm
what it
brain
is.
part of the name of it, but Kenny Omega was in an episode of it.
I bet you that was really wild for him. He likes that sort of thing, I hear.
Yeah, well, he lived in Japan for like fucking ever.
Yeah. He's bilingual.
Question of the day.
We had a couple of questions that I had. Did you write down the question I had? I hope you did, because I forgot it already. Oh, I remember, because now it's officially spooky season, my spooky bitches,
Okay.
because it's after the 4th of July, and no one gives a shit about anything after that
Okay.
until Halloween.
Okay.
So, Eric, you have to rank your top 3 things you find the spookiest. Things you're scared the most of.
Crackheads.
That's, number one,
No,
honestly.
there was one downtown last week.
Yeah?
There was some lady, and I thought she was talking to somebody real loud, and me and Silas and Rachel were leaving the arcade to go over to One Up to grab him a controller,
Yeah.
and this lady standing on the corner, fucking talking, and I started fucking jaywalking. I was gonna go head to the corner where she was and then cut whatever. I started jaywalking. The child followed me, and she's like, "You guys gonna be jaywalking?" And I'm like, "Shh." They're pointing at the lady, and then she fucking came following. But yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to avoid that. She was scary as fuck. And then we were leaving, and she wasn't there, but her cart was still there.
Whoa.
And fucking Rachel's like, watch her just pop out of the bushes and do some shit. I'm like, don't, because that's what I was literally afraid of. Like, she was just gonna all of a sudden just be like, whoa, 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 out of the bush, and like all like a scary fucking. I'd have punched her. It would have happened, and then I would have gone to jail for assaulting a crackhead.
I feel like you don't go to jail for assaulting a crackhead if it pops out at you.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's self-defense.
But I was
honestly.
I like literally like fucking shuffled real quick past for the fucking
I
thing
would
because I
too.
wasn't sure.
Hey, girl, I don't know what your problem is, but I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Probably
But
crackhead.
fucking but in all seriousness, I would say ghosts. Mostly fucking just ghost shit.
Anything supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like fucking Ouija board. If anybody even showed up, want to play Ouija? You'd be like, get the fuck off my porch. Like anywhere.
None of that. in
I've
my
heard
house.
fucking terrible stories. My mom told me once when they were all kids at the, I think she said it was at the orphanage, they had a fucking Ouija board and they were trying to summon the fucking ghost of fucking Marilyn Monroe. And,
Why would you?
And I don't remember if she was in the corner. Of course, my Aunt Rach was part of it. And on the board itself, where she was just in the room, but shit started fucking tripping, and then she just heard, like in her fucking ear.
Nope.
And now every time something creepy happens or some shit, like to this day, she'll immediately grab that fucking same ear. Yeah. So I'm like, no.
Nope. Douse that motherfucker in holy water, set it on fire, bury the ashes.
Yeah. And the same shit with fucking the colonel that lives at my fucking Aunt Rachel's house in
Oh, he was
Georgia.
cool, though.
I never saw him. I literally, when I lived there for that bit, I'm like, please do not let me see you.
The colonel was cool. He was a nice guy. He just kind of showed up when you didn't want him to, but
Yeah.
I I was just like, "What up, dude?" And then, oh yeah, I remember. Hi, child. The first time I saw him, I'm like, I think you didn't tell me. You told me about him, but you didn't tell me. You said there was a ghost there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, kept looking up at the stairway, and like your Aunt Rach would look at me and then go, "What are you looking at there, Rick?" And I'm like, I kind of don't want to tell you because I don't know how you're gonna take this. And she's like, "Yeah, we know he's here."
Yeah.
So, he was cool though. I saw him a couple of times because especially like I didn't want to tell you, but in the room that you were staying in when I was there the first time,
Yeah.
he was hanging out in there more often than
Oh.
not. But I think he's more like, who the hell's this guy?
Yeah. Thankfully, all the times, I mean, the time I stayed there and then everything, I've never
Good.
seen him. So.
He's respectful. So, you know,
Like-
we love a ghost that likes consent.
And I've wandered through that house intoxicated in the dark, and like, been like, no.
I'll never forget Frog Tits Lady
Oh.
from your party.
Yeah, where the frog jumped into
Yeah.
her into her
And
shirt.
she lost her whole ass mind. I'd be like, well, this is uncomfortable.
But yeah, anything supernatural. I think that would have to be.
So we got Supernaturals, Crackheads. Got to get a third. Is there a third?
Of something that just freaks you out.
Yeah.
I think a third would be all them fucking first person videos of motherfuckers running across tops of buildings and shit.
Oh no.
Or they're like looking shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit when you're like,
No.
oh hell, they're sitting on top of a bridge with their feet just dangling. You're looking
You're just
down.
asking for trouble.
And they're like, oh, what the fuck? Why, white people?
Best case scenario, you do the cool thing. Worst case scenario, you ruin somebody's life.
Right.
If you trip and fall down one of those things and just kind of curse splat on somebody's car or some shit, or worse, in front of them,
Right.
damn it. Don't laugh, Rick. I'll up.
Just fucking falling out the sky like iguanas.
No. Hold it together.
Oh shit! It must be influencer season, motherfucker. And they dropping from the damn bridges again.
When it gets too hot, the influencers.
Influencers start passing out top of bridges, landing in the traffic. I had to scoop 3 of them out of my fucking pool this morning.
You wouldn't believe how many cameras I gotta pick up around here. I can't. I was laughing too hard, couldn't think of GoPro. For me, spooky stuff, I hate, with a capital H, I don't like bugs, but more specifically, a centipede.
Oh yeah.
I hate centipedes. Whenever I'm doing yard work, which I guess having them is like a good sign of good soil or something like that, which whatever, I don't care. As long as you stay outside, whatever. But whenever I'm moving stuff around outside and then like, you see them just do their,
Yeah.
nope. You can,
Is
I'll
that
come
the
back.
same ones that show, or is that a millipede that shows up all the time in bathrooms?
Those are, I think they're house centipedes, and that's what those are. Those like little gray ones. Yeah. They call them silverfish. I don't know what that means. It's got too many legs. I can't handle
Yeah. Yeah.
it.
I had one of those fall on my hand
Nope.
when I was taking a piss.
I'll go.
It wasn't recently, but it was a while ago. It was like in the middle of the night. I got up to go take a piss. My hand was on the windsill.
Nope.
If I could just fucking fell on my hand, I went, oh shit! It fucking whipped my hand down. I hit my hand on the wood on the fucking window. Then I'm just stomping on that bitch, going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, until it fucking just stopped moving.
Just you needed
Thankfully,
to
it was just I was here by myself. So
You just kind of wrote the next like rap song. Oh shit!
yeah.
Oh shit!
Although I'm sure my new neighbors probably heard me because I was fucking yelling. I'm like, oh shit, just fucking hollering
I'm
and
so
stomping.
sorry. I'm so sorry, man. There was a silverfish on my hand, and it'd be like respect. Because honestly, I would have done worse.
Yeah.
Them for sure. I don't, like. It's just a weird thing I have. I don't like when my friends come over. It's fine, but whenever somebody I don't know knocks on my door, what are you doing?
Oh yeah.
What's happening here?
I
Because
don't
I'm gonna go crazy. Because I don't know who the fuck you are. My cameras will pick you up. I'm like, I'm not answering that motherfucking door.
I mean, I usually just tell people to call, like, text me beforehand. 'Cause
Yeah.
even if somebody I know knocks, my first instinct is like, "Who the fuck is that?" Instead of just walking in.
That's why I stopped. I used to always knock, and I'm like, that's probably a bad idea with them. Plus, people I know have dogs sometimes, and it's like, I'm just coming in.
Oh,
We're just gonna rip off the Band-Aid.
right.
Really, spooky shit doesn't scare me though. Like, unless I still haven't found. So the other day, I don't even think I told you this yet. I was sitting. I just got in the shower or got out of the shower, and my house is so small I have to like leave the door cracked because otherwise it's like 1,000 degrees in there and like moisture and everything, and then
Yeah, yeah.
earwigs happen and I want to die. So all I hear is something fall off. Like, I don't know how this is. Like, it sounded like somebody literally crashed, like broke a window in the next room. And there's nothing wrong. Like, I looked through everything in the house. Nothing's broken. So, shit like that I find rude. That's the kind of
Oh.
supernatural stuff that pisses me off.
Like the ghost in the last show.
Huh?
The ghost from the last show that we saw, that you thought you saw pass by.
Yeah. That pisses me off. Like, if you're going to do something, let me see it.
Right.
Like, don't just try to play with my mind. I'm crazy enough as is. We have 9 episodes to prove this. You don't have to fuck around with me. Like, because the next thing I'm going to do is get pissed off and be like, all right, you're out.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit weirds me out too. But I mean, it fits in the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I'll be sitting here, especially when I'm sitting here, and I have my headset on, and I'm playing fucking video games, and I'm the only one here, and I think I see somebody fucking, and it's always coming from fucking my bedroom, into the hallway, of somebody going like doing a little fucking peek around the corner,
Yeah.
fucking to see like, what are you doing? Like when you come into bed, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, God damn, whatever the fuck, stop.
Listen, if it's you, never. I'll sleep here. We can do this game of chicken all night.
But yeah, that shit weirds me out. And then I'll be like, have one headset off, and then I won't be able to hear shit. Fucking Dave will be talking to me while we're playing Fortnite, and I'll be like, hold on, what'd you say? What'd you say? And then adjust shit.
Listen, I'm trying to fight the, what do you call them again?
Fucking cuckoos.
Yeah. I sent you that Latinos Against Spooky shit, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
Damn it. I'm going to do it right now. Well, when we get done here. Because then he'll hear his stuff. But there was this thing about, again, it was some white lady that's like, there's known to be this ancient thing that lives here, and no family has lived here for 4 years. But I'm going to spend the night here. And he's like, first off, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Don't go spend the night there.
Yeah.
He's got to wonder why, we understand the housing market's fucked up right now and everything, but that's not the house you want.
Right.
He's like, you want to know why sometimes all of us Latinos live together in packs? Because we're afraid of shit like this. And I'm like, it's like I'm talking with Eric every time.
Yeah, if you really want to be entertained after we're done doing this, we should watch an episode of Ghost Adventures, because I will fucking be like, no, what are you doing? That shit weirds me out.
We should do a live stream.
That shit trips me out, especially when they do this shit when they talk, and it's supposed to pick up the voice, and you can hear in the voice and shit.
Hello.
And
Dead. Died 1940.
because I don't know if you had been there to visit, when my aunt owned that consignment store for a while.
Yeah, I was
in
there for a little
Georgia,
bit.
and there was they had a ghost in that place, so she had one of her fucking medium friends come and do a whole fucking thing, but they brought a tape recorder and shit, and when you play that shit back, you could hear a little fucking girl fucking laughing and shit. Like,
Nope.
and I'm like, yep, nope, yep. I wasn't there, but I fucking heard the tape.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, nope. I'm like, and you leave me here by myself? I'm like, thank God Josh Groban's playing fucking 24/7. And these motherfuckers will stay away or some shit when I'm in here. Fuck. Like, but yeah, I was like, no, hell no.
That goes along with my thing. Like, if just say it. I don't want to know about this after the fact shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's all because the area that she lived in is where all the Civil War shit it was, so there's so much fucking activity and everything. Because I remember going to a person's house that's literally directly across the street from a fucking graveyard that's nothing but Civil War soldiers. They don't even have headstones. It's just a bunch of the little crosses in a fucking row.
Why would you go there?
And they lived. That's where their house was across the street from it. Like
Hell no.
literally, if we looked out my window, it would be right there.
Hell no. I don't know.
And they said at like nighttime sometimes they could see and or hear like horses and shit coming through like where the battlefield was, because there was basically maybe it was a battlefield. That's what it was either graveyard or battlefield, but either way,
Nope.
they could hear like horses or them, the soldiers marching and shit like that.
Nope.
And I'm like, nah, fuck. Oh,
How do you live there? You can't get used to that shit because it's not like it's set on a time. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's 10 o'clock. A time for this guy to scream in agony.
Yeah, I don't know.
The blood doesn't bleed from the walls until 3 o'clock usually.
Right.
And look at this.
They're just fucking desensitized. They're just so used to it.
No way. Could never do it.
Was that was that your last one? Was that 2 or was that 1? Were we listing or were we just?
I don't remember now. I think we did. Yeah,
Now I'm all shook up about goddamn ghosts. About to fucking throw on my sage suit.
Bugs. It was bugs. I hate when random people knock on my door. Yeah, and then like not being able to. I want to be part of the thing though. That's why. I don't know. I think I'd stay the night in a real haunted house once.
Yeah, you did that.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing that freaks me out is the parts. I'm like fucking starting to have a panic attack just thinking about it. My heart's like being on when they're in a scene of fucking something where they're trapped and it's filling up with water and they only have this much space. You can see my hands like an inch, and they're trying to breathe with just their fucking mouth up there. That shit gives me fucking like crazy anxiety.
I just died. So.
Every time that shit happens in a movie, I'm like, fucking just trying to breathe. I'm like, I'm not in there. I'm not in there.
I was the weird asshole that like when I was playing Sonic the Hedgehog, whenever you do the underwater levels, I try to hold my breath until you got to the bubble.
Oh, jeez.
So
And
people
how
are
many
like, why would
times
you
did
do
you
that?
pass out?
None.
Oh.
I think that's what helped me. Like that was my lung exercises.
Oh.
But I think there's only a couple of water levels, so it wasn't bad. Now Mario, that's fucked up. How does he have gills? There's no way he can breathe.
I don't know.
Cat sneezes.
Yeah.
All I hear is stuff going.
Yeah, now we're both going to be all freaked out. A little sound. Yeah, I don't know. I never thought about that. That he doesn't do oxygen thing.
Yep. See?
That fucking music in Sonic, though, when you're running out of air is fucking...
Warning, this part is not for the easily offended.
So, we're just going to end out with jokes. Rick doesn't have any jokes.
I am the joke.
So, just pop off a couple just to end the show inappropriately as possible.
Yeah.
I guess you could try not to laugh. You can make that as a challenge.
Is this going to be like with that? We used to do broadcasting and you tried to break me?
Maybe.
I was the hardest one to break, baby.
So why did the child cross the road?
I could think of some awful things to say here.
Because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
That's rough.
How does Paul Walker like his donuts?
Oh, no.
He doesn't because he's dead.
Okay. How's that car donuts? Okay.
I want, what's stronger than family? Whatever tree Paul Walker hit.
Oof.
I don't know why. It was like a string of Paul Walker jokes.
You just like, it's kind of like the algorithm that you were looking into.
I don't know. I literally was just scrolling through shit and it just popped up. But then just to end everything, I was once, I write terribly. My handwriting is the worst.
The way you take notes is incredible. Like the blocks off, and I like the little drawing you had on there was cool.
So why can't Jesus judge gay people? Because he got nailed right before he died.
By 3 men.
Yeah. And we'll just end it there. I had like we'll end it there. But yeah.
That's it.
Terrible jokes. for shit.
Hey, look, we're right at the 45-minute mark
Right.
with everything.
Yeah. So keep an eye out on Rick's Twitch. He knows all the socials, so I'll let him go.
Yeah. The official outro is we thank you for listening to Wide Range of Conversations with Rick and Eric. You can follow me on pretty much every single platform now, not charted. Sometimes it's not _ charted because they're stupid, but which I think is Twitch. I'm not _ charted on Twitch.
Oh.
So I already feel like I'm going to hate them, but I might. We might switch to Kick. They'll let me do whatever I want on there.
I still haven't checked that out since the last time we talked about it.
When we start doing live streams, this is just me spitballing random shit. Eventually, we're going to go live on Kick because then we can say whatever we want and not get kicked off.
Okay.
I was worried enough that I was just like, some random shit would happen and Oxenfree would be like, oh, hell no, bitch. So I was waiting for that to be you got a community guideline strike. Some kid might be watching your show. Listen, I clicked the over 18 thing, all right? Anyway, so yeah, I'm not _ charted on Twitch and not charted on most things. We have Eric, who is, he's a lot of different things. He's like _ Eric _ something 989.
Yeah, something like that.
We still don't know. Even though I tag you on a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
people still find you.
Yeah.
You talk to more people about the show than I do, which is wild because I do the most PR for this show.
It's because I just fucking start messaging everybody we ever went to school with and that even knows us, that we've been friends for this long. I'll be like, hey, like, me and Rick have a podcast, check it out. Or just like anybody else that'll fucking check it out. Be like, hey, at least listen to it for 2 minutes so we get the fucking so we get the tally.
Listen, we're close. We're almost to the point on Spotify for podcasters. We can unlock ambassador ads, guys. So I thank you for everything because the first 2 months you have to hit 100. I think it's 100 listens or something like that, or 100 different users. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
But
does that mean we can get like sponsored by Manscaped now?
Kind of. So it's
Sweet. I need that lawnmower 3.0.
Girl, don't we all? But it's also, we do the whole, hi, thank you for using Spotify. I'm not going to do it for free. Spotify.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
They'll take it.
Listen, I went to school for like 6 years to do this. I'll do the radio voice. I'll do it. But you got to pay me first. So, but yeah, I'm really, people tell me it took years for them to get that far. So we thank all of you for listening to us. For whatever reason, you think we're funny. And here we are. You're inflating my ego more than it probably ever should be.
In that case, I'm Eric, and this is Rick, and we'll catch you guys next time around.
Peace, everybody.
Lights.